Welcome back to my channel. In today's video we're doing another MLM Reacts video, and today I'm actually including one that I haven't covered before. It's called Q Sciences, and actually a major team in Monat left for Q Sciences, so let's get into it. So actually the first screenshot I'm going to show you is this little chart of her downline. This is like in the back end of their systems, right? And you can see that's her at the top, the little pink dot, and then she has 3 direct downlines, and then she has too many to count. I can't bother to count, but there's a lot of people. And she says in the caption of the story, all these little dots are the beautiful humans on my team, and I just can't wait one day to be in person with each and every one of them, with a little welling up eyes emoji. And it's really interesting to see, like, one of her 2 direct downlines doesn't have any recruits. So it's very interesting, like, how much money are they making? They're probably not making a lot of money. Are they actually active? Do the green dots mean they're active and the other colors mean they're not active? Like, what does it mean? I'm not sure. If anyone knows the answer to that, then let me know. But I think it's just a really interesting look at the back view. So the next one is actually a very big, like, tell-all kind of their comp plan. And this particular rep is at elite level, I think. So her income is $1,700, so £1,700, $700 actually, sorry. And then she's going to be at bronze this month. I'm assuming she's ranking up, so she's going to be earning $4,000. The rank that she's currently at, which is elite, is paying her a base pay of $1,700 per month. So we're going to multiply that by 12, which is going to be 20,400 USD. And if I'm converting that to pounds, that's 1,500 pounds. That's £1,500. That's like less than minimum wage. That's less than I make right now, and I'm literally an intern. So yeah, it's really not impressive at all. And it's kind of sad to see how much they're trying to hype up this amount of money. And it makes it seem like they're earning a lot, because they're like, oh, this is what you can get like monthly. And, you know, depending on what people's expenses are, they might think that this is really impressive. This person has pictures with the top leaders and the president of the company. And she's like, how stinking cool that we get to know them and train by them so personally. It's different here. You'll hear a lot of MLM reps say this, that their company is different. Their company is not the same as everyone else. But actually at the core of it, they're all the same. They're all based on a predatory recruitment model. That means they are a pyramid scheme. And the definition of a pyramid scheme is when the focus is on recruiting and you get most of your income from recruiting. So there's that. And the attempt of trying to personalize trainings from the top leaders and the president means that they're literally just trying to brainwash and manipulate you into thinking that you're so special and we love you, and, you know, they want the best for you, and so you'll never leave. Because this post actually reveals that it literally is a pyramid scheme. I'm not going to read the whole thing, but this was talking about a conference or something getting poured into by some of the top leaders. And she says, and get this, we didn't spend a second of this weekend talking about why our products are the best or how to sell them. Instead, we talked about how to love people and serve them well, aka manipulate them, love bomb them, you know, and make them feel like they're loved so they stay in the MLM. How to manage our time so family always comes first. They say they give you time freedom in an MLM, but this really isn't true, because you're always going to be working from everywhere. And then the last bullet point is they learn how to build an income that allows us freedom in life and to teach others how to do the same. Basically, you're recruiting others into your pyramid scheme, and your income is based on how many people that you recruit. And this screenshot is from the same rep that all these stories from Q Sciences are. And she says, haven't ever looked at how many people are on my team, so whenever people ask, I'm like, I think maybe 60, maybe 80, haha. Well, I just looked and I have 206 people on my downline, customers and ambassadors. So ambassadors are like the reps. And she goes, what the frick? That's insane. That's literally the most American thing ever. Sorry for all my American viewers out there. But she says she has 206, mostly ambassadors. So let's give her the benefit of the doubt. She has 180, let's say, ambassadors out of that 206. And she's only making $20,000 a year. And she has around 180 people in her downline. That's kind of ridiculous. You have that many people in the downline, but you are only making minimum wage, less than minimum wage. So, you know, take of that what you will. Okay, now let's move on to the videos and Instagram stories and reels that they have posted that reveal a lot of the juicy stuff. So let's have a look. Let's start with this one from Arbonne. She's on her 5th expenses paid trip from Arbonne. So let's look at her caption. It doesn't get old. Learning I've hit the requirements for my 5th incentive trip with Arbonne in the 5.5 years working my business. Each time a trip is released, the work needed to earn them is based around helping others. And it's all new work since the trip is released. So anyone can earn them no matter how recently they started a business. So this is literally just to lure people in, the idea of having an all expenses paid trip. Especially in the last years, we haven't really been able to travel. So the idea of having an all expenses paid trip and the idea that anyone can earn them, anyone can earn it, is very clever, because technically the reason why she's been able to earn it because she's kind of high up in the company, I believe. The fact that she's earned it means that she either has a big downline and or is selling quite a lot of products. So someone who's just starting is unlikely to be able to rank up that quickly unless you're buying rank and putting people underneath you. And something towards the bottom of the caption is, if you've been watching on the sidelines and considering being a part of the team and the community and learning shit like these, then now is fantastic time to get started, because then you have a whole 6 months to earn towards the next one. So yeah, they're always saying that now is the best time, like every single month, now is the best time. This sale means now is the best time. You know, we're having like bonuses, now is the best time. They're literally doing everything and anything to recruit you. I know, you know, from research and watching other people and watching people's stories, these things are not completely all expenses paid, especially if you're not that high up in the company. So let's look at her response. Depends on the qualifications, as all trips are different. So why didn't you say that? They're not all expenses paid. Some of the trips I've earned the bonus to pay for flights and some I've not. It's clearly laid out before working towards them. And once there, it's all inclusive for you plus one. So is she saying that some of her 5 all expenses paid trip weren't actually all expenses paid? Do you mean all expenses paid once you get there? But you have to pay for everything else, i.e. flights. So this seems like a pretty innocent like story of restoration and healing and happiness. But what it's really doing is luring mothers who are maybe in the same vulnerable position, who's struggling, you know, with their weight and feeling insecure and stuff, to ask her for what she does and ask her for her secrets. And unfortunately, her secret supposedly is Arbonne, right? So you can see her transformation in her body. Good for her if it makes her happy. But what is not good is that she's using her journey to influence others, well, to try to influence others and reel them into the multi-level marketing scheme that is Arbonne. Be aware of the tactics, because sometimes I'll literally be scrolling on my Instagram and then I'll be like, oh, this is a cute reel or something. I click on their profile and I can immediately tell from an MLM. So yeah, it's kind of sad. We ain't giving no hold. I ain't Romeo and I'll hold. Making a party, chocolate Barbie waiting on me. So this is actually the team that have left Monat for Q Sciences. And she's saying that apparently she was scared to tell her upline, aka her mentor, to tell her that she's resigning, not really resigning, leaving one MLM for another MLM. Because Q Sciences is a pretty like new MLM. Relative to bigger ones like Arbonne, Monat, things like that. It's going to be less people, and if they already have a massive downline from Monat, they're likely to probably cross-recruit, just like the Monat team that went over to iGenius did. So you want to be like careful of these things. Like they'll say like, oh, we're resigning, you know, thank you for all the past years, but now we're moving on to a new vehicle, a new journey. They're all literally talking about the same thing. They're just going to another MLM. Like they're just trying to sugarcoat it. If you can't say it straight, that's a massive red flag. You know, if someone slides into your DM and is like, oh, I've got this amazing work opportunity for you. What is this opportunity? What is the company? If they can't say it straight, it's a red flag. Run the other way. So that's it for today's video. I hope it was informative and entertaining to watch these stories and videos. I really do these to make sure that you guys are, you know, aware and don't fall prey to these schemes, because they like to come after students who are more like impressionable. Like I almost fell into one. So check out this video if you want to know how I almost fell for a pyramid scheme. But yeah, that's about it. And if you have any questions, leave them in the comments. But with all that said, I'll see you in my next video. Bye.